I have a confession to make. I used to think shrubs were boring. In fact, I took stick for thinking that shrubs were boring. But that was before I realised that there are some really unusual shrubs, unexpected colours, unexpected textures, unexpected forms. Now, I've become a fan of shrubs, but not just any old shrub. I like unusual shrubs. The more uncommon, the better. In this vid, I'll give you 12 evergreen shrubs that will brighten up your winter. First up, we've got Sophora, little baby. This hails from New Zealand. It's got gorgeous arching branches and these little delicate leaves. It's a beautiful compact shrub, and it has that thing going on that you often get with New Zealand plants where the branches divide. We'll be seeing a bit more of that throughout the vid. This one is also drought tolerant once it's established. Next one is called Lophomyrtus, Kathryn. This one really genuinely has stunning leaves. They're a mix between burgundy, pink and cream. It's got this kind of crimped effect to the leaves. It's pretty unusual, but my local garden centre has started to stock this. I bought this quite easily in the summer, so it is becoming more available, so hopefully you'll be able to find that without any trouble. You can see the size it gets. This one is not compact at all. It's a really striking display for the whole year round. Here then we have a Choisya. This one is called Aztec Pearl. The leaves are much more slender than the regular Choisya. It has white flowers which come in spring and then they come again in autumn. Again, this will get to a large size given time. You can always prune it to whatever size is suitable for your own garden. One thing I really like about Choisyas is the smell when you're pruning them. Oh my god, that is so nice. Okay, we have Choisya, silverwort. This one has lovely silvery leaves, as you would probably guess by the cultivar name. Makes a very good coastal plant as it's quite low maintenance, drought tolerant once established. It's got quite a soft, elegant look. Next one, I wasn't sure whether to include because it's not that unusual, but it's a Pittosporum Tom Thumb. I did decide to include it because it has such a richness of colour in those like deep red winey leaves, almost plummy. I think a red foliaged evergreen is really earning its keep for that added brightness in the winter. So we've actually got 2 Pittosporums on the list. The second Pittosporum is really unusual, which is reflected in its name, Pittosporum anomalum, and it really does not present like what you'd expect a Pittosporum. Look at its form, it's really divided. Some might say it's got a face only a mother could love, but other people love it. I'm going to see if I can seek out a photo where it perhaps looks a little bit nicer than this one, because I feel like I'm not representing it, but I've included it because it's highly unusual. I know for some folks like myself, that in itself makes it an attractive plant. So we have Abelio grandiflora. This one is officially semi-evergreen, but London tends to stay mild, so in the microclimate where I am, this one goes for evergreen. It has really striking trumpet-shaped flowers, and flowers quite long as well from summer right into autumn, and it's a good one for attracting pollinators. The Olearia hasty compact is a tough, hardy shrub, which again makes it good for coastal areas. It has small glossy leaves and it has clusters of daisy-like flowers in the summer. It can even be used as a low hedge. This is just one of the Olearias, by the way. There's about 40 different cultivars out there. If you want to do some research and explore, see which of them might be suitable for your area, your particular spot. But yeah, there's a whole host of Olearias out there. Myrtus communis, again, might not be the most rare on the list. This is the common myrtle. It's kind of a classic evergreen shrub. I have a client who has a hedge of this, and when it's in flower it looks absolutely stunning. I've seen people stop in the street and take photographs of it. Next up we have Pasticea lentiscus. This is known as the mastic tree. It's a hardy evergreen shrub that really thrives in hot, dry conditions, which means it's a great drought tolerant plant. Let's talk about Choisya. We've got 3 varieties here. We've got Wanaka, which always reminds me of Shakira, Waka Waka, but it's nothing to do with that actually. We've got Sunsprite and we've got Welsh Whiskey. Welsh Whiskey seems to be the most popular one because it's got a really nice colour to the leaf, sort of a blend of different colours, like yellow, green, sort of reddy orange. Shall we call it marmalade? We handle Choisyas okay here in London. Cornwall I know can handle Choisyas. They are a little bit vulnerable to hard frosts, so be a little bit careful with them. They're a little bit like an olive tree, but look at the way the stems branch out. Again, it's got that New Zealand dividing habit that seems to be so endemic throughout the New Zealand plants. Last of all, we have Schefflera taiwaniana. There's also an unusual one, but it's becoming easier to get hold of, which I'm pleased about. I actually got this one from a different local place, a nursery this time. I'm not sure if they propagated them or if they bought them in, but they had loads and it was a very reasonable price point. These are one of the hardiest of the Scheffleras. Some of the others you've got to be a bit careful with. And probably got to be a little bit careful with this one as well. If you look at the leaf form, I find that a highly desirable pattern. The palm jungly vibe of the leaf. So there you go. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of a break from the bog standard common garden evergreen shrubs like box and holly and viburnum. All nice plants, but sometimes you want something a little bit less common and less traditional than them. So hopefully this has given you an excellent place to start. Go forth, research, plant, build, plant your pitch up, folks. If you are interested in unusual and architectural plants, but you're looking for something a little bit taller, then check out this video on Pseudopanax crassifolius, which is extraordinary, I think, in its architectural qualities. Check it out. If not, I'll see you next time. Over and out, plant your pitch up, fans. We build, we create.